Hey Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly reading. I'm so happy to have you here. Cross watchers, welcome. Capricorn, know I could be talking to you or someone in your energy, so take the reading as it resonates. But what we are seeing here for you this week, Capricorn, is there's like people that have been around you that do not really love your growth. They are very jealous of what it is that you're becoming. And it's almost like these are really imbalanced relationships, and also there's been some injustice here, and it came from these people's jealousy and like gossiping, and it's almost like the more you succeed and the more you grow, the more upset they become, because it threatens where they stand, or it threatens their sense of self-worth, which it should never. We come to this planet to become the best of our ability for our own selves and our own growth, not to be in competition with anyone. And I feel like you're around some people who are very superficial, and it's like everything that you've manifested in your life, you have worked very hard for this, and it's almost like a lot of the work that you've done has gone unseen. So these people are like, why does Capricorn get to have all this stuff? Like, why do they get to have this success or whatever it is that you're stepping into that they're jealous of? Why do they get to have that? They feel like you don't even deserve it because you haven't worked hard enough for it or something like this. But these people do not know the hours and hours of effort, the blood, sweat, and tears that made you become who you are now. And you may find yourself speaking truth about that, or truth it's almost like you are releasing these people and getting up above the fog of the illusion they like to put over you and your worth, your life, and your path. And it's helping you get clarity, and you're releasing their hold that they have on you and cutting them off. Queen of Swords, cutting them off and saying, I don't deserve to be treated this way. You don't have to try to harm me. You don't have to try to wreck my life because you're jealous of it. That's a little bit dark, right? The lyrics that my guides want me to share are, should have cut him off, but I was hard-headed. Should have cut him off. I thought they were really family. Should have cut him off. You may have stayed in relationships with these people for long periods of time because of guilt. Like, you didn't feel, maybe you're a soft-hearted person and it was really scary to step into the Queen of Swords energy and say, enough is enough. I'm done with your bullshit kind of thing. But I feel like this week you're getting to that point where you feel like you can do that, or your guides are encouraging you to do that. The quote that they want me to share goes like this: I can't be around people who think my growth is competition. If we can't be happy for one another, then we have zero in common. And I feel like this isn't how you operate. You really love people and you want them to be successful and happy. So it may have kind of thrown you for a loop that these people, it's like the more you heal or the more you grow, the more you achieve. We do have an achievement here coming out with the World card. There's some sort of achievement that you have, or some sort of growth that you've experienced. Maybe your psychic abilities are growing, or where it is that you're being divinely led to go, and you're trusting the divine, and that's actually what's bringing in this success. It's like the more you do that, the more intimidated they become. But it's almost like you're releasing, with the Nine of Wands coming out in reverse, you're releasing all of the darts that these people have thrown at you, trying to make you feel lesser than, trying to make you doubt yourself, and stepping into new life. You're being renewed this week by releasing their energy, by cutting them off. You may be called to do a cord cutting ceremony to really cut ties with their energy. Because maybe even if you're not connected with them on a day-to-day basis, you may be energetically connected, and it's pulling on your energy still. But this is a time to become new. Or maybe that's what they're jealous of too. Maybe you have release these ties. Maybe you have cut them off and you are becoming new. And it's almost like you're better without them. You're more healed without them. You're more grounded without them. And they're witnessing this and they have a problem with it. But it's kind of like with the Four of Water coming out in reverse, the rejection, the abandonment, it's almost like you don't care that that even happened because you know that you're never going to abandon yourself. And this is a really powerful place to be in. You know your own power, you know the light that you are, you know the hope that you are, and you know the path that you're on is divinely inspired. And it's almost like at that point, you don't really care how everyone else feels about it. You're just going to step into the light, into your happiness. You're going to keep moving forward, or your guides are encouraging you to keep moving forward on the path you're on because it is right for you, and to trust your intuition and the divine light that guides you because it's guiding you every step of the way. And it's because of your unshakable faith and your trust in the divine that these people are jealous. Whatever it is that you're creating in your life, whatever it is, because this is the bottom of the deck energy. We have the wheel coming out, and this is like things are turning around in your favor. Things are getting oh my God, yeah, things are getting so much better. There's so much to celebrate here. You are moving toward your happily ever after because you trust the divine, because you let it guide you. And these people, yes, and you're also, as you're doing this, you're also releasing heartbreak and healing your heart. Wow. And yeah, all your hard work is making you seen and acknowledged. And it's and you're seeing these people who are jealous of you are seeing the strength that you are and that you don't need them. And I feel like that makes them feel disempowered in some way. And jealous. But my guides also wanted me to share some oracle cards with you. First, we have the mind. And yeah, kind of like I'm saying, you have been really focusing on your third eye, your intuition. And because you're open and flexible and willing to learn, you have been molded and transformed. Then we have inspiration. And I wanted to read this one to you from the guidebook. It says, this card is about energy, the concept of an idea, the spark of divine consciousness. Inspiration is the fundamental creative energy of the universe. It is the seed of new growth and the ray of first light in the dawn of a new day. Within our inspiration, we find the power to heal wounds and begin anew, to build bridges of connection and light, the way to true fulfillment in life. There is limitless potential available to each of us right now. The universe holds this expanse of infinite potential just waiting to be ignited. It is time to be still enough to grasp this and to allow it into your being. Absolutely everything that can be conceived can also then be achieved. It is a matter of taking this spark of inspiration and working out how you're going to go about manifesting it into reality. There are truly no limits and what you can create and experience in this world. What inspires you the most? It's time to push beyond previously held ideas of the possible and believe in that spark of inspiration and to allow it to propel you into the inspired action you're called to take. This card also encourages balance. When we allow inspiration into our minds, it can only be manifested to its fullest potential if we are living a physical existence connected to our earthly needs. An idea or an inspiration can't play out in the world if it stays in our mind as a dream or desire. Our inspiration must be brought forth from this energetic realm into physical reality, and we do this by creating balance between these aspects of our own being. Balance between the spiritual and physical worlds is essential to ensure the fulfillment of our inspiration's potential. When we are inspired, we illuminate even the most mundane activities. Our actions come from a higher place, leading us to the realization of our highest visions. So, yeah, you are possibly being inspired to do something using your intuition this week, something really big, something that's going to be healing for yourself and those around you, something that is going to create a renewal in your life, and your guides are saying go for it. I hope this reading was helpful for you, Capricorn, and we'll talk to you next time.